Well, hello guys, welcome back. Sometimes Loki hits us over the head with stuff, and sometimes our totems have to help. Now, you guys know I have Fox as a totem, and Fox is one of those totems I'd say you're in for a lot of mischief. And when you have Loki for your patron, and you have Fox for your totem, they will work together. Now, one thing I do, and Loki was, you should pass this idea around to them. They might find this more useful. I kind of can work with statues. I do have Fox statues, and they're all nice and everything. But if I really want to be able to work with a totem, if I really want to be able to talk to her, I like a plushie. So what I'll do is when I get special plushies in, not every single one, but when I get special plushies in, usually I do sage everything that comes into this house, but for a special plushie, for like, say, Totem Fox, they'll get a meal offer to them, they'll get sage, we'll play music, and we'll hang out all day, and we'll even do meditation together. And it's not some kind of strange plushie worship, and it's not that I think she's alive and she's going to start trotting around the house, though I wouldn't put it past a fox. It's a way to try to communicate with my totem and say, I appreciate you, I love you, and by the way, here's a fox. Here's a beautiful ethical fox that didn't involve a real fox, and if you could please, use her to communicate with me, I'd be very happy. And Fox is my totem, and we're getting somewhere with this, and Loki's my patron. I've been seeing a lot of stuff come up with runes and foxes. And the weird thing was that I was right about the name of this rune. The name was Elhaz. Or Elhaz. I have problems with pronunciation, and the problem is every rune has like 5 or 6 names. And about 80 meanings. And I'm like, Loki, I don't think I'm stupid. I think it's just actually expert level difficult. I can't remember all these names. I can't remember all these positions. I simplified my tarot years ago. Even when I read the tarot, I'm like, screw upside down. I'm just going to read these cards and I'm going to figure out and try to intuit what it means. So if I had to simplify tarot, and tarot's kind of like, to me, it's baby bones because it's just what I naturally take to. Runes are harder, but I've been getting a lot of fox and a lot of runes. And I've been getting Elhaz attached to foxes. And that's like divine protection, and that's like, I'm looking out after you. So it's definitely Loki speaking to me, and he's the one that wants the runes. But also, how does your totem get to you when you have maximum totem saturation? Like, I have fox wallpaper on my computer. I have foxes on my desk. Fox is over there. Fox is behind me. Fox currently on my shoulder. Fox in the living room. Amazon's always got a fox to tell me about. Pinterest can always find me a fox. YouTube's starting to suggest foxes again like crazy. How can I, how do you know when it's your totem trying to talk to you and it's not just, oh, I love foxes so much, or turtles or doves or whatever you have? How do you tell the difference? Well, sometimes you can't. I was starting to see, strangely, huge groups of fox pins. I mean, not just like, usually they'll give me 4 or 5 and they'll stop. These were tons of foxes. And I was kind of like, oh, I kind of need a break from foxes. Which wasn't going to last long. And I started seeing a lot of fox videos. I'm like, no, I want to go work with wolf. I'm going to go work with wolf. I don't have time for fox. And fox fights dirty. Some fox videos that I love very dearly came up. Especially ones with the little puppies going, and Fox is like, you're still ignoring me. So the local foxes have been singing, and it's not mating season, and it's not puppy season. They've been singing lovely songs, which when a fox wants your attention, that song is very loud, and it sounds very lovely. And they can make sure they get your attention. I still wasn't paying attention. I was like, That's just a fox being a fox, and I'm just hearing it because for some odd reason, I didn't have my fan on. And Fox is like, okay, you're not letting me come communicate to you. I'm even coming into your dreams, and I'm sending you videos and pins, and people are sending you Fox stuff, and you're still not paying attention, and you even dyed your hair with Arctic Fox. And all this rune stuff keeps jumping into your feed, and it's always connected to foxes, or there's wolf videos, and there's foxes in the wolf video. You're not paying attention, so I'm really sad to do this. No, I'm not, because I'm a fox. But you're not paying attention, damn it. And I felt this bite today. Like something bit me, and I'm like, do I have some kind of rare disease? And I looked down, because it felt like I got bit in my leg. And I realized I felt Fox's energy. And she's like, where the hell have you been? I've been talking to you, and I know you've heard me. And you've been ignoring me because you're like, oh, it's just enough if I look at some pins or YouTube videos, or I think about Fox once in a while. Where the hell have you been? I'm like, okay. So Fox came and fetched me, which Fox didn't have to do. Your totem's under no obligation to come fetch you. That was nice on Fox's part. And generally, the harder I seem to make it for Fox, and I don't do it to her on purpose, but if I ignore her for a long time, she'll come bursting in. When I started to work with Wolf, and I got the plushies to start working with Wolf Totem, she decided she wasn't going to have any of that. And this is true, though I think Loki was helping. One of the Fox plushes had teleported. I left the room, I came back in. One of the Fox plushes had teleported over by the Wolf. And I'm like, okay. Fox definitely thinks Fox is first, last, and always. And that's typical with Fox. When you have Fox for a totem, Fox will push their way in, especially when you're doing something delicate and important and you're trying to concentrate. And Fox will come pushing in with a lot of Fox energy and be like, what are we doing? We're not doing anything. I'm trying to do something very delicate. What's this? And then Fox goes boom with their paw and breaks down all the work you were doing because Fox is helping you. Fox doesn't want you going that way. And Fox will protect you. They're very protective and they're very loyal as totems. Now, they're not a pet. They're, independent. I'd say it's better to say teacher or co-magician, but they'll come in and they'll fuck stuff up for you, won't they? So, yeah, it's been interesting because Loki knew I wanted to try to back off the rune thing. I was like looking at the book, like, can I cancel the book? He knew I wanted to cancel. But there's been too much Fox and rune stuff coming up together, and he knows that if he asks for it, I'll at least try. I don't think I'm going to get too far, guys. I'm not drawn to the runes. I look at them and they all look exactly the same to me. And I studied Japanese for a year too, so you would think I'd be able to look at these characters and be able to tell what they are. Other than Tears rune and the main one people use for Loki, I'm like, I have no bloody idea. What is this rune? I don't know. And she's like, no, not my human. She has to be smarter than that. But in other news, Loki and I have been using a meditation thing, and we used it today, and we did healing, so that worked. Because he's like, I'm going to be the one to take over your healing, because I think you need it for me. And I think if I start working with Fox again, because I was neglecting her, because I was like, well, it's enough if I have all this Fox stuff around my house. And sometimes we can all get into that. We can think, well, I have all this Fox stuff around my house, and I watch Fox videos, and I look at Fox pins. I'm sure Fox knows I appreciate her. And I was vaguely talking to Fox at nighttime, maybe a little bit, and I think that's the only reason she kept her temper and she didn't do anything more spectacular, but Fox is Fox. And your totem is your totem. If they think you're ignoring them, they'll be really gentle at first. She was being really gentle at first. She was making sure that a lot of stuff was coming through, a lot of Fox stuff was coming through, but remember, I've oversaturated my environment, so I wasn't even seeing it. In fact, I was dismissing it as algorithms. No, she made sure. She made sure, and she's like, the Tihas, it's coming from her. It's coming from her, and it's coming from Loki, and she's like, we're the ones protecting you. What is this BS about wolves? Because let me tell you something. Wolves are just really fat foxes that let themselves go. Fox will tell you Fox is the absolute best totem. Fox doesn't need anyone else to help Fox, huh? Yeah. Fox is a smart girl. But again, if you use statues, and you guys know this, but just for anyone that might be new, if you use statues or you use plushes, you're not worshiping the plush or worshiping the statue or interacting with them. They're just kind of like a tool to help you visualize and help you talk, and it is kind of comforting to have a fox around. Or like, I've counted, there's like 25 foxes in this room, at least. There's a lot of foxes in this house. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.